To make a worm, we will start by making a slip knot. For this worm, I will be using a size 4.5 hook with 8-ply yarn, but it can be anything you like. We are now going to chain about double the length we want the worm to be. I will chain 27. This will give me enough chains to make a small worm. To get our worms to curl up, we'll be doing 2 stitches into every chain. Start by making a half double crochet into third chain from the end. Wrap your yarn through the chain, pull it through so you have 3 loops on your hook. Then you will wrap again and pull the yarn through all 3. What we're now going to do is we're going to do a second half double crochet into the exact same stitch. Wrap your yarn through the chain, pull it through so you have 3 loops on your hook, then you wrap it again and pull it through all 3 loops. We're going to now do the same into the next chain. Wrap your yarn through the chain. We're going to then pull it back through the chain, wrap the yarn again, and then pull it through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to do another half double crochet into that exact same chain. We will now continue this pattern of 2 half double crochets into every chain until we get to the second last chain. I've just finished my 2 half double crochets into my second last chain. We will now make the head. We will do 10 to 12 double crochets into the last chain. You'll wrap your yarn, go into the chain, then you'll pull through so you have 3 loops on your hook. You will then wrap and pull it through the first 2. Then you will wrap again and pull it through the final 2 on your hook. Continue to do double crochet into the last chain until you make a circle. This will be about 10 to 12 double crochet. I've now done 12 double crochet into the head, and we need to join the head with a slip stitch. Locate a stitch at the base of the head. It doesn't have to be a specific stitch, as long as it's at the base of the head and will keep your work nice and secure. And insert your hook into that stitch. You will wrap your yarn around your hook and you will pull it through the stitch, then straight through the loop on your hook. Now that our crocheting is done, we will need to tie off our work. Chain 1, cut the yarn and pull the tail through the chain, giving it a tight tug to keep your work nice and secure. If your worm has a hole in the head like mine, we will take the tail of our yarn and weave the hole close. I like to thread my needle by folding the yarn over the eye of the needle. I will then sandwich this between my finger, creating a nice fine point. This will then easily fit through the eye of your needle. Now turn your work to the back and you're going to weave your needle through the bottom of all the double crochets in a circle in the middle of your worm. Once you get back to the end, pull tight and the hole should close tighter. If you're not satisfied with how tight it's closed, you can close it further by finding a stitch opposite to where your yarn is and weaving it through there. Repeat this until the hole is completely closed. If you'd prefer not to have a head on the end of your worm, skip the double crochets in your last chain and instead complete the row by doing 2 half double crochets. Once you've finished closing the hole, tie off a knot and weave the ends of your yarn in to finish off the worm. If you prefer your worm to have a larger head, you can crochet another round around the outside of your worm's head. You can give your worm whatever kind of face you wish, or none at all. I like to give mine long luscious eyelashes. It's a simple and easy way to give it some character. Take a piece of yarn and thread it through the front of the double crochet stitches so you have a loop on the top and 2 tails at the bottom. Thread the 2 tails through the loop, pulling it nice and tight. I then like to tie the 2 ends together just to make it feel a little bit more secure. Repeat on the other side to make a second eye. You can leave them like this. I like to fray out the yarn to give the eyelashes a much fuller look. To do this, twist the yarn in the opposite direction it is wound and then pull the strands apart. Repeat this on all 4 strands of yarn. Once you've finished fluffing out the eyelashes, all you have to do is cut it to the desired length and you've finished your worm. Good job!